Welcome, everybody, to the daily antidote of song. I actually forgot to ask what 1000 what day we are on. We were trying to do do the tech. Somebody will give me.
1890.
There we go. 1890, a beautiful round number. Welcome, everybody, to the Daily Antidote of Song 1890. Welcome to the people joining us from YouTube Live. The Facebook Live page is still down. So, unfortunately, anyone trying to join us through that won't be able to today. But welcome to everybody who is in the room. We have Bethany Yarrow with us this beautiful day. She will be sharing some deep spiritual Orisha music with us later. Thanks to Aaron and Candice who are on tech. Hello, welcome to Susan from Cincinnati, Hoda in British Columbia, Linda in Orcas Island, Annette in California, Sue in Seattle, Caroline in DC. Welcome Neil in Boston, Bob, Geyser, Sydney in San Francisco, Nan Hogan in Michigan, Trish in Victoria, BC. Hello to Sheila in Florida, Cricket. I believe you're in Maryland, if I remember correctly. Adele, Anne Lafferty, welcome to Ruth and Clive in Birmingham, Aloysius in Massachusetts, Kay in Texas, Nancy in Washington State, Linda, Jenny from Suffolk, UK, and Julie Couillard Alexander, I hope I got the name right. Welcome to Elizabeth in California with the beautiful flowers, Sarah in Texas, Gary Pausner in MA, Mabel and the Bears in Massachusetts as well, Arlene joining us from Berkeley in California, Marion Kay, Bob Lee, Kathy in California, Louise, Caroline, boys in Idaho. Anyone who I didn't catch on the in, we will catch you on the way out. And now we'd love to give a very, very warm welcome to Bethany Yarrow, who is joining us from upstate New York. She is by a waterfall. There, she can tell us a bit more about that in a little while. She is out in somewhere where I believe Aaron's family is also from, as I understood from the chat. But Bethany, welcome today to the Daily Antidote of Song. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. Will you tell us a little bit more about where you're joining us from and what you're going to share with us today?
Hi, yes, Nambula. It's so nice to meet you and your beautiful smile. Um,
Nice to meet
and uh, and thank you everyone for joining us today, Sunday, June 8th. I'm coming to you live from the Waterfall House. I live here in County, originally known as Skohale, the Ganyankahaga Mohawk name for the place of cleaning and renewal. And I'm just going to close this door because my mom is washing dishes. Hold on.
very apt. Cleaning and renewal.
So, Roxy, it's me. So, outside my kitchen window is a 120-foot waterfall. And I've lived here for about 25 years, and it's really been the inspiration for a lot of my work and the music that I sing now. It inspired something called the Waterfall Unity Alliance, which started as a frontline organization stopping pipelines and standing behind the water of life and the prayer for the water. So we stopped the Constitution pipeline, which is now rearing its head again in this time. I'm going to sing a song for the standing rock in the water, the force of Xangô, which is the original hammer of justice. Xangô is literally the voice of thunder, and he carries a great stone hammer, and he stands in the line of divine justice. And he's one of the great pantheon of, in this case, Afro-Brazilian deities. Um, and so this song is originally from Brazil. And, people know Standing Rock, but that warrior who stands in the line of divine justice and lets the water flow with her grace and her healing that water is life, Miniwichoni. It's what we stand behind, making these prayers for justice and for the earth. And so anyway, it's an honor to be here. And the work I do at the Waterfall Unity Alliance is land rematriation and returning land to the Mohawk, the Ganyankahaga people who were here originally. And rematriation is a way of saying we're returning the land back to herself and the original instructions. And so these songs are also about returning to our original instructions of how to stand like the rock, how to flow like the water, and how to live in harmony with the earth and to feed it, feed her, feed all the forces with our songs and our love and our joy more than anything. So this is a song, Xangô, and then we'll go into a song that my dad wrote. Xangô, Kao, Xangô the King, Xangô, my Lord. Xangô came through the virgin forest, and with his silver staff he came to save us all. Xangô came through the virgin forest, and with his silver staff he came to save us all. Xangô, Kao, Xangô the King, Xangô my Lord, Xangô Kao, Xangô, Kao, Xangô the King, Xangô the King, Xangô my Lord, Xangô, Kao, Xangô the King, Xangô my Lord. Xangô veio das virgens matas, com seu bastão de prata vem pra nos salvar. Xangô veio das virgens matas, com seu bastão de prata vem pra nos salvar. Xangô, Kao, Xangô the King, Xangô the King, Xangô my Lord, Xangô Kao, Xangô, Kao, Xangô the King, Xangô my Lord, lift us up and lift us up, make our stand, make our stand. Let love triumph, let love triumph in our land, in our land. Lift us up, lift us up, make us strong, make us strong, give us courage, give us courage to right the wrongs, to right the wrong. Xangô, Kao, Xangô, Kao, Xangô the King, Xangô the King, Xangô my Lord, Xangô, Kao, Xangô, Kao, Xangô the King, Xangô the King, Xangô my Lord. America, our hopes and dreams are truly all at stake. Let not the hate divide us, let not our spirit break, let not our courage falter, let not our bravery fail. Let unity bring victory, and let love prevail. Lift us up, make our stand, make our stand. Let love triumph, let love triumph in our land, in our land. Xangô, Ka'o, Xangô, Ka'o, Xangô the King, Xangô the King, Xangô, my Lord, Xangô, Ka'o, Xangô, Ka'o, Xangô the King, Xangô the King, Xangô, my Lord, Xangô, Ka'o, Xangô, Ka'o, Xangô the King, Xangô, my Lord, lift us up and lift us up, lift us up, lift us up, lift us up, lift us up. Xangô, lift us up, lift us up. Ka'o kabesile Xangô.
Thank you so much, Bethany. Thank you so much for sharing that power with us, and the power of the water, and the power of the rock, and the power of justice, and reminding us to stand strong in the tides, in the faces of the tides. And what it made me, I used to sing with an Afro-Cuban choir, and so we used to sing songs for the Orisha, and I have, friends who are from Nigeria, and it just really brings home to me how old our world is, and how much we move across our world, and how much we've always moved, and we will always continue to move. And it gives such a hope, I think, for the resilience of humankind, that even though we as individuals and as communities may face these overwhelming problems that threaten to face, we still have, there are still currents that manage to keep our cultures alive, and over through time, and over time, and through turbulence, and through turmoil, culture and resistance, and the power of, what is the most important to us as human beings, which is music and community, manages to stay alive. And these songs just kind of remind me of that. Yeah, so I just wanted to thank you for that.
Yeah, and of these shared histories, and I work with the Waterfall Unity Alliance. I also just founded a group, not for profit, called the Waterfall Center for Bioregional Learning, and I'm learning more about the history of this land. I've been doing a lot of work with the Ganyankahaga, the Mohawk people, but really learning stories about African slave ships that came and were blown off course, and really found the Mohawk people up in Canada and were brought into the tribe, and actually ended up down in these parts. And so I've always wondered why the Orishas were so alive here, why everything's so strong. And I realized that Africans were here on these lands, living with the Mohawk people on these lands, singing their songs to the earth. And when we sing in these ways to the rock, to the water, to the trees, the forest, all of us are indigenous to this earth. We all had grandmothers and grandfathers who knelt on by the fire and prayed for their generations to come, wherever we come from. And it's really up to us right now to hear their songs. It's why I love folk music so much, and being able to travel back on that river in time, not as a cute thing from now, just nostalgia. It's not nostalgia. It is actually the river of life that connects us all. And so to find these songs for the Orishas here that I came through really through American folk music, and then singing with West African musicians and singing with musicians from Haiti and with for Cuba, and really it was so powerful. And the earth started singing. You know, we sing to the earth, she sings back, and we sing to each other, and that's how we heal, not just between people, but how we heal our relationship to the land and to our ancestors. So thank you for having me on here. It's really nice to meet you, Nambula. It's really
It's really
I
nice.
I'd love to sing with you one day.
All being well and God willing, we will, as they say, inshallah. And you know, it's really these kind of songs that are sacred and that remind us of our like you say, you know, our inherent and our natural way of being with the earth and with this world that we exist, that we walk on, that we all walk on, and that we have to exist within. You know, I think in whatever way we're able to be reminded of this very fragile and tenuous, and I think increasingly fragile relationship we have with the earth. You know, I look at my kids, and we live in a city, you know, and my one thing is I say to, well, my partner, not them, they're too little, but I'm like, they need to know how, they need to understand how to grow their own food, because there are just so many kids that I meet who are just like, oh yeah, what's a chicken? You know, what literally, what's a chicken? Like they only see a chicken in a supermarket that's been you know, packaged and cut up for them, and you know, or like don't understand that you put a bean seed in the ground and then you have to water it and tend to it, and that's where your food comes from. And these relationships that are being ruptured, you know, and how much we have to fight to kind of just keep these most basic relationships that we have with our food, with our water, with our earth, like with the earth that sustains us, and these songs that kind of bring us back so kind of firmly into that space again. I was wondering if you want to share with us anything else, and then share with us something to lead us out, something different or something again the same Xangô that I could see everybody singing
Oh,
and clapping along to.
we can sing.
Um,
Well, I'll sing I'll sing for the waterfall because it's fun and people can sing along. And she's the water of life and she leads us. And, you know, I'm looking in the chat, and yes, you know, the National Guard are being called to Los Angeles, and ICE is rounding people up. And I have friends and coworkers who are being rounded up and threatened. And we live in a time of a lot of fear right now, but also a time to stand together and sing together. And these songs of the old songs of the movement and the new ones as well. And these relationships are forged in struggle. And we've been here before. And, you know, you listen to different leaders from Native perspective, and they said, look, we've been here before. We've been in the midst of genocide. We have stood, and our path is one of resilience. So we need to stand on the front lines. Sometimes you need to be on the front lines. Sometimes you need to be the support, calling in all the forces. So I'm going to call on the force of persistence and of the water of life that's here. And Xangô the warrior to stand for justice as we bend the moral arc of the universe, you know, step by step. And Oshun, who lives at her altar's at the waterfall. She's the sweet water. She's that clarity. You're able to follow her. She can help guide you. She's abundance and love, and she is that grace of the water, sometimes syncretized with the Virgin of Conception. So that's her power and her grace and her sweetness. So if we can stand with love and sweetness and our warrior selves and know the difference and how to call on what is needed when, so that we can heal. My brother says we are the generation here to heal. So that's our task, and it's hard because we're healing through the ruptures of trauma, and we're watching unfold around us, what happens when we live in the patterns of trauma and fear. So let's call in Oshun and let's heal.
Thank you, Bethany.
The waters of the waterfall go rolling. My drum goes rolling, rolling, roll. Oh, the waters of the waterfall go rolling. My drum goes rolling. My drum goes rolling, rolling, roll. Ora ye yell, mama is how you say. Ora ye yell, mama. Ora ye yell. 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 Ora ye yell, mama. The waters of the waterfall go rolling. My drum goes rolling, roll. My drum goes rolling, rolling, roll. The waters of the waterfall, the waters of the waterfall go rolling. My drum goes rolling, rolling, roll. My drum goes rolling, rolling, roll. Ora ye yell, mama. Ora ye yell, mama. Ora ye yell. 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 Ora ye yell, mama. Asang was que holam na cachoeira. Zuho, zuho no meu tambor. The waters of the waterfall go rolling. My drum goes rolling. My drum goes rolling, rolling, roll. Ora ye yell. Ora ye yell, mama. Ora ye yell. Ora ye yell, mama. Ora ye yell. Ora ye yell, mama. Ora ye yell, mama. Ora ye yell. Ora ye yell, mama. Ora ye yell, mama. Ora ye yell. Ora ye yell, mama. Ora ye yell, mama. May we always be blessed with love and peace, friends and family, singing joyfully. May we always be blessed with love and peace, blessed with love and peace, friends and family, singing joyfully, singing joyfully. May we always be blessed with love and peace, friends and family, singing joyfully, singing joyfully. Ora ye yell, mama, 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 ora ye yell, mama.
Oh, thank you, Bethany. Thank you for bringing the sweetness and love of Oshun and the power and justice and scythe of Xangô. And may we walk indeed with both of those in our hearts and by our sides. Thank you. I think everybody, I saw many, many hands lifted in gratitude to the beautiful music and the beautiful words that you shared in this space today, in the Daily Antidote of Song. Before we say our farewells, I'm just going to read a quick message from Joe, who couldn't be here today. about the Facebook page. She wrote, "Hello DAS community, our Daily Antidote of Song non-profit page was suspended by Facebook. We don't know why. We're doing all we can to get it reinstated. It's difficult to contact a human at Facebook, as it is with many things anywhere these days. Please spread the word. We're still here every day, making each day better, one song at a time. www.youtube.com at Daily Antidote of Song. Losing our page at the same time as drastic cuts in arts funding is threatening our ability to continue to provide this service. Please help by actively encouraging people to subscribe to our YouTube, and please donate. We really need assistance right now." And I think Aaron will throw the link in the chat there for everybody. So just a message from Jo, who is at her, I believe, daughter's graduation, and wishes everybody well. Thank you all for joining us. One more big thanks to Bethany Yarrow, who's joining us from the waterfall, with the energy of the waterfall, bringing it into this Daily Antidote of Song space, holding us with that beautiful energy. Farewell, and thank you to all the YouTube people joining us from YouTube. Thank you to Aaron and Candice, who are helping out on tech. And farewell to Susan in Cincinnati, Hoda in British Columbia, Linda in Orcas Island, Annette in California, Sue in Seattle, Caroline in DC, Neil in Boston, Bob Gaser, Sarah in Texas, David and Elsie in Oakland, Mabel and the Bears in Massachusetts, Julie Couliard, Alexander, Storm, who's I believe in Massachusetts, Sydney in San Francisco, Arlene in Berkeley, California. Farewell to Nan Hogan, Michigan, standing under some wonderful sunlight, Sheila in Florida, Cricket in Maryland, I believe Linda in California, Gary Palsner in Maryland, Adele, and farewell to, on page 2 we have Anne, Bob Lee, Anne Lafferty, Aloysius in Massachusetts. Farewell to Kay in Texas, Nancy in Washington State, Jenny in Suffolk, UK, Elizabeth in California, Marion Kay, Louise Devon in the UK, Carolyn Boys in Idaho, Curly Tops in Vermont, Ruth and Clive in Birmingham, UK, Carol J in Connecticut, Kat Cox in Vermont, Jane in Texas, Sarah in Santa Cruz, Jojo. Oh, Joe, hello! Driving safely, I hope, and waving, and James Harkless. Thank you all for joining us on this Daily Antidote of Song 1980. Thank you again to the beautiful Bethany Yarrow and her wonderful, wonderful spirit and energy. And go well into your days, Daily Antidoters, and see you tomorrow. I'm not sure who's on tomorrow, but I'm sure it has been announced prior to this. I hope you have a good week ahead. Stay well, stay faithful, stand in love and in grace. Thank you all. Goodbye.